Hello, and welcome to the Week 2 version of the Monster Pod here on thelines.com. Steven Anders, Matt Brown, joined this week by Connor Allen of 4for4. You got to go check out their great work over there. Los Angeles Chargers and the Carolina Panthers. Chargers head across the country as 4.5 to 5 point favorites over the Panthers. Total down 38.5 to 39 here in this one. Can't say that I disagree with it. Steven, we touched on this a bit whenever we were talking in the Survivor pod earlier in the week. So go check out our thoughts there on that. From that aspect, is likely to be one of the more popular plays this week is the Chargers. But as far as this game goes, Steven, I think my sentiment stays the same, which is they're daring me to bet the Panthers. I don't necessarily want to do that, but I sure as hell am not going to lay it with the Chargers on the road across the country with an early kickoff and all of that. I mean, Harbaugh wants to run to win, and that's fine. I just think you have to be so incredibly precise and efficient when you do that in today's NFL. So I don't know. I don't think the Panthers are as bad as we saw last week overall. I don't know how they could be, but I'm not willing to back them here. Certainly not at the number we're sitting at right now.
Yeah, I certainly see why some of the sharp money has moved this way back down from 6.5 earlier in the week. I mean, the Chargers were very inconsistent against the Raiders before popping that big play and, Pierce having a terrible decision with a chance to go down and potentially take the lead and win the game. So I think this is potentially boom or bust week to week with the Chargers. But I mean, what confidence can I have in Carolina right now? On top of looking like the worst team in the league, they lose $100 million defensive lineman last week. So, and they're playing a team that wants to smash it down your throat. So, I mean, what confidence can I have in Carolina doing anything here? I need to see them look like somewhat of a professional football team. I don't know what number I would need to bet Carolina at this point, but this is one of those games where you get a lot of bettors in the market who are looking at spreadsheets and running models, and the number tells them to take Carolina. That's just not the way I handicap. I need to see somewhat of competency before I bet Carolina right now.
Connor, we look at this total super, super low, but you kind of look and say, all right, the Panthers Bryce Young still looked like a rookie that had never played football before last week. You get this Chargers team that they said they want to run to win. They're just going to run. If they get a lead in this thing, it wouldn't surprise me to see them kind of take the air out of the ball. So I look at the 39, and as low as it is, I'm going, this has like 17-6 written like all over it. Like, why am I not betting the under here? What say you here, Chargers and Panthers?
Yeah, and that's what I keep looking at here too. It's like one of those where you're like, oh, well, that's really low. But when you think about what both teams are going to do and what they want to do, like, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be really ugly. The Chargers are going to run the ball a ton, kill clock. We know that the Panthers, I mean, they looked abysmal. They're probably better than what we saw last week. I think they're somewhere in between what we, some expectations, but it was ugly. It was real ugly. So yeah, I lean under on the game. I did play some Xavier Legette unders as well. He ended up with a good stat line in the final box score, 7 targets, 4 receptions on 35 receiving yards. Before those targets came in the fourth quarter with Deontay Johnson on the bench, he only ran 57% of the dropbacks prior to the fourth quarter as well. So I think we're going to see just like an ugly low volume game where Legette's probably only like a part-time player half the game. So in that spot, I took the under. I think it's around 23 to 20. And so that's still like, I love the ugly unders, in these games. So it's one of my favorite plays of the week.
Guys, had a pretty good week 1. So hopefully we can continue on here in week number 2. Connor, do appreciate you being here as well. Of course, check out their great work over at 4for4. Awesome stuff over there, not just from a betting standpoint, from fantasy standpoint, DFS standpoint. Be sure and take in all of their great work. We do everything free here, so please hit that subscribe button. We'll be here all season for you. And if you head to thelines.com, upper right-hand corner is the Discord, and that is also free, where you can go in and chit-chat about things all season long in all of the sporting betting markets out there. For Connor, for Steven, I'm Matt. Good luck on all your week 2 bets.